Have you ever said something in the heat of the moment that you instantly regretted? A word that hangs in the air, heavy and sharp, long after it's been spoken. We've all been there. It's that awful feeling when you've hurt someone you love, not because you meant to, but because stress and pressure got the better of you. Who find themselves at a crossroads after a painful argument. This isn't just their story. It's a story many of us can relate to. It's about the struggle to find the right words when we're overwhelmed, and the courage it takes to say, I'm sorry, and truly mean it. Let's set the scene. Imagine the morning after a big fight. The silence is deafening, and every second feels like an hour. Stu stands outside Vaughn's apartment, his heart pounding. He knows he messed up badly. He knocks on the door once, then again. The wait is agonizing. Finally, the door creaks open. Vaughn stands there, his face a mask of exhaustion and hurt. The air is thick with unspoken words. Stu's voice is barely a whisper. Vaughn, can we talk? Vaughn's reply is cold. You said enough yesterday. The door is still only halfway open, a physical barrier between them. For Stu, this is the moment of truth. He has to push past his own pride and defensiveness. He takes a deep breath and lays his heart bare. I messed up, he admits, the words tasting like ash. I was overwhelmed and I took it out on you, that word. I shouldn't have said it. I'm sorry. He looks at Vaughn, desperate for a sign, any sign of forgiveness. But Vaughn's gaze is distant, fixed on a point somewhere over Stu's shoulder. His voice is quiet but filled with a deep pain that cuts through Stu's apology. You made me feel like I was nothing. Those words hits too harder than any shout could have. He realizes the depth of the wound he's inflicted. It wasn't just about a single word. It was about making his best friend feel worthless. This is a critical point in any conflict. It's where we can either retreat into our own justification or step forward with genuine empathy. Stu chooses the latter. He moves a little closer, not to invade Vaughn's space, but simply to be present, to show he's not running away. He needs Vaughn to understand the truth behind his clumsy, hurtful actions. You're not nothing, Stu says, his voice thick with emotion. You're the best part of my life. I didn't know how to say I needed space without hurting you. This is a huge breakthrough. Stu isn't just apologizing for his behavior. He's explaining the why behind it. He's admitting his own failure in communication. He was drowning in his own stress and didn't have the tools to ask for what he needed in a healthy way. Vaughn's expression begins to soften. The anger is still there, but a flicker of understanding appears in his eyes. He's still wounded, but for the first time he's truly hearing Stu. He's hearing the fear and panic that was hidden beneath the anger. This is the turning point where a simple, heartfelt apology starts to build a bridge back to each other. With the tension slightly eased, Vaughn lets Stu inside. The door closes behind them, shutting out the rest of the world. This is their space to heal. They sit on the couch, a careful distance between them. The silence is no longer hostile, but thoughtful. Vaughn is the first to speak, his voice steady but vulnerable. I don't want to lose you, Stu, he says, and you can feel the weight of their history in that sentence. It's not about promising to never fight again. That's unrealistic. It's about promising to fight better. It's about creating a new pattern of communication where they can be honest about their needs, even when it's difficult. Vaughn looks at Stu, really looks at him, and for the first time since the fight, he sees his friend again, not the person who hurt him, but the person who has been by his side through thick and thin. He gives a slow, deliberate nod. The storm has passed. Then stay, he says softly, just stay and talk to me. It's an invitation, a gesture of grace. It's forgiveness. A gentle smile touches Stu's lips, a smile of pure relief and gratitude. I'm not going anywhere, he promises. And in that moment, we know he means it. They slowly lean their heads together, not in a romantic way, but as two souls reconnecting, two friends who weathered a storm and found their way back to shore, stronger and more honest than before. This story between Stu and Vaughn is a powerful reminder that relationships aren't perfect. They're messy and complicated because we are. Messy and complicated. We all have moments where our stress, our fear, and our insecurities cause us to lash out. But the strength of a relationship isn't measured by the absence of conflict. It's measured by how we navigate it. It's about having the courage to apologize, the grace to forgive, and the wisdom to build better communication habits. So, how can we apply this to our own lives? First, recognize your triggers. When you feel overwhelmed, like Stu did, what's your go to coping mechanism? Is it to isolate yourself, or do you lash out? Understanding your own patterns is the first step toward changing them. Second, learn to ask for what you need. Instead of saying, leave me alone, try saying, I'm feeling really stressed right now and I need some quiet time to process. Can we talk in an hour? It communicates the same need, but with respect and clarity. And if you're on the receiving end like Vaughn, it's okay to set boundaries. It's okay to say, I understand you're stressed, but it's not okay to take it out on me. Healthy boundaries are not walls. They are guidelines that teach people how to treat you. And finally, remember the power of a real apology. Not a quick sorry to end the fight, but a genuine acknowledgement of the hurt you caused and a commitment to do better. The story of Stu and Vaughn ends with a simple, profound message. Communication saves relationships. It's the thread that weaves us together, and when it frays, we have to be willing to do the hard work of mending it. It's a continuous effort, a daily choice to show up, be honest, and listen with an open heart. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore this important topic. If this story resonated with you, please leave a comment below and share your own experiences with navigating tough conversations. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content about building stronger, healthier relationships. We'll see you in the next one.